Hello, welcome to more Gun Talk with Joe. Adjust this camera a little bit. Had a busy weekend. Went and shot some more guns with my dad. I have two pistols. I had a sight in. Both of them are my carry pistols. I believe I did a video on both these guns. One was a Kimber, the KDS9C rail with put a little red dot on top. I just got done sighting that in. Shoots awesome. It shoots really tight groups with a little red dot on there. Little 4-inch pistol, double stack, 1911. And then I have also a Kimber CDS9, little short 3-inch gun, a little red dot on top. It shoots about the same as the 4-inch gun does. Superb accuracy, not a hiccup with either gun. Run great. But yeah, this had a great time shooting with my dad. It was always fun. My dad had a couple little 380s and a couple 22s he had to shoot. Shot great. Guns run good. It was a good day at the range. It was Sunday. Weather was awesome. Beautiful, bright, sunny day. But I like going to shoot with my dad. I got a buddy of mine that wants me to go help him sight in one of his hunting guns that he's going to take hunting this year. It's a 6.5 PRC. I think that's what they call it. It's a Tikka T3 light. Put a big fancy scope on it and everything. So he wants me this weekend to go sight it in. I don't know what I got going on this weekend. We'll see what's going on. I might drag you guys along to film it and see what's going on. But today I have a really cool shotgun to show you. It was my grandpa's shotgun that he handed to my dad, and my dad gave it to me. But it is a awesome gun. It's rich history in the making of this gun. Has a really cool name, but it is a Winchester Model 11. You don't see too many of these guns at all. This gun here is chambered in a 12, as most of them were. I think all of them were. They made this gun from 1911 to 1925 is when they came out with this. When they came out with this gun, this shotgun, and it's really cool. The cool thing about it, I'll show you in a minute, but it's really neat. I can't get it on camera, but it has a 3-piece stock. There's a piece on the top, as you see, it's starting to kind of separate right here. I don't shoot this gun anymore because it is gas operated. It's a long, I think they call it a long recoil action, but I don't shoot anymore because it is leaking gas, and I'm afraid it'll blow up on me. So it just sits in my safe. I don't shoot anymore. But as you see, that it's starting to separate here because this is one piece of wood on top. Then you got the main piece of wood, and then you got on the bottom another piece of wood. That's a 3-piece stock. It's kind of neat how they made that. But the nickname for this gun is called the Widowmaker. Very, very dangerous gun to kind of shoot and load. But how you loaded it, because Browning had the patent on the charging handle to pull back this bolt. So how do you get a bolt back with no charging handle? So Winchester goes, bright idea. We're going to gnarl a section of this barrel. It's right here. And that's what for your hand to grab and pull back on this gun. See if I can do it left-handed. I usually can't. But you pull back on it. It's a very tough spring in there. And they would let go. And it would slam. And it would blow their head off if the shell was in there and a shell went off inside the gun. So if you go like this, watch it again, pull it back, and it goes forward automatically. So that's why when I did shoot it, I kept it pointed away from me, and I grabbed it, and I pulled it back in my left hand, and kept my finger off the trigger, and everything like that. I never had it go off on me, but I've heard stories about this gun, and what they used to do, they used to put it on the ground, and rack the gun like this, and lean over it, and they let go of it, and it'll blow their head off, and shoot them, and be fatal. And they nicknamed this gun the Widowmaker. Now, what's funny about that, they have this little button here, and that is a bolt catch. So if I press it, that will keep your bolt back. See if I can get it back again. It's heavy. And that will lock back your bolt. Until I press this button, I don't know why they didn't do that. Anyways, but you can throw a shell in here, press the button on the other side, and it'll chamber around. And if it did go off, it went off in a safe direction and didn't kill anybody. But it's a very interesting shotgun. It was kind of the follow suit of the old humpback Brownings, the old A5s. But this was kind of the first one. So Browning came out with theirs, and this one follows suit. This was made in 1911. This one was made in, this particular one, I believe, was made in I'm probably saying this wrong, the wrong day, but I believe it was around 1911 when they first came out with them, because it has a really low serial number. It only has a 5-digit serial number. So, kind of an early gun. I'm probably wrong on the date. Don't come after me on the comments. I'm probably wrong on that, but as I was told, it was an early gun. They have this little wheel back here, and that was your gas check. You can turn up the gas if you shot light shells or something like that. But most of these guns are duck guns, pheasant guns, so they're shooting some pretty heavy shot out of these guns. But they did work superb. I have shot this when I was younger. I was, I want to say about 15, 16 years old when I shot this gun. And it is a full choke in this gun. And when, like I said, my dad used to train a lot of bird dogs. And I used to, when he wanted a long retrieve, we used to shoot pigeons, go catch some bridge pigeons, and we called them killbirds. And we would go get some pigeons to train a young dog on how to retrieve and smell a pigeon, because pigeons kind of stink, and they could smell them really well. And I would bring this gun with me, and if you wanted a long retrieve, I would shoot this gun, and I would just snipe those birds right out of midair. Probably about almost 25, 30 yards, 40 yards with this gun. It's a pretty good shot on a flying pigeon, but it was a lot of fun to shoot. Why I did shoot it, and I quit shooting it since then because I noticed it was leaking a lot of gas when I shot it, and that's not good. So it just sits in my safe now. I had to put a little oil on the bolt before I started this video. It was really slow moving. Now I think I got it good now. Oh yeah, she's working good. But I might take this in and have a gunsmith look at it, maybe get some new parts for it if you can find them, and I might shoot it again once if I can fix it from leaking gas. But there is a couple cracks on it. There's one here, and of course I showed you the one on the stock here. But this was, like I said, this was my grandpa's gun. This is what he shot all the pheasants with. It's just so cool to have that gnarl barrel. That's what Winchester came up with, to be like, hey, we're gonna gnarl a section of this barrel so you can grab it with your hand and to load the gun. I mean, that's back in the 1911s. That's what they did. It's just so cool, and kind of a rudimentary sights on it. I know you don't really sight a shotgun, but the beads on the shotgun, it almost looks like a rifle sight. But it is very, very accurate shotgun. Like I said, I shot some pigeons with it when I was doing some training, some dogs for my dad. A beautiful, beautiful piece of history. I can't say any more about it. I'm not going to sell it, never will. But it is really cool. And a little note: if you live in Omaha, Nebraska, and you walk into the Cabela's in La Vista, and when you walk into the front doors, if you look straight up, kind of above the front doors, they have two guys sitting in a duck blind. He's holding one of these shotguns. I can see the gnarl section of the shotgun, and I always look at it. And I said, I got one of those at home. But it's kind of cool if you guys do live in Omaha and you visit Cabela's and you walk through the front doors, look kind of above the front doors. There's two guys sitting in a duck line. He's holding one of these shotguns, and it's kind of cool. I haven't seen one for a while at any gun shows. Like I said, they're kind of dangerous. A lot of guys shot themselves and killed themselves with these guns. That's why they nicknamed it the Widowmaker. But I don't shoot it anymore, but I want to. It is a cool piece of history. I'm getting a little better at the videos, but let me know when I can do better. I don't do any editing, stuff like that. So I got some new content coming out. I know I went through this already once, but I got a new bag to fit my Fluxrator in, and I want to show you guys that bag. I just ordered it today. It should be in here in a couple weeks, and I might have a new pistol coming and a new pellet gun coming. So more on that when I do get them. If I do, we'll see. Still in the works right now, but it's really, really cool. But as always, leave a like and subscribe and comment on anything I can do better to help me grow my channel. I appreciate you guys, and always shoot straight.